Vatican and AI, from Antiqua to Nova, an ethical compass for the digital age. As the world races to embrace the opportunities and confront the risks of artificial intelligence, AI, the Vatican has not limited itself to issuing lofty moral appeals. Over the past few years, it has steadily built a layered body of work, from high-level principles to operational guidance and concrete governance measures. These include the Rome Call for AI Ethics 2020, the Ethics in the Age of Disruptive Technologies, an Operational Roadmap, ITEC Handbook 2023, the Vatican City-States Guidelines on Artificial Intelligence, December 2024, effective January 2025, and the recent theological reflection Antiqua et Nova. Note on the relationship between artificial intelligence and human intelligence, January 2025. These documents are not isolated statements, but form a coherent dialogue, moving from moral vision to institutional tools, from theological anthropology to regulatory enforcement. A brief timeline document map. Rome Call for AI Ethics 2020, led by the Pontifical Academy for Life, co-signed by Microsoft, IBM, FAO, and Italy's Ministry for Innovation. It centers on human dignity, transparency, duty of explanation, and protection for the vulnerable. ITEC Handbook 2023. Developed with the Marcula Center at Santa Clara University, this operational roadmap translates abstract ethical principles into governance processes and accountability mechanisms for organizations. Vatican City-State AI Guidelines, December 2024. A legally binding framework for Vatican institutions. Prohibits discriminatory uses, mandates transparency and human oversight, establishes a supervisory body. Antiqua et Nova, January 2025. Jointly issued by the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith and the Dicastery for Culture and Education, this theological note distinguishes between human intelligence, as a sign of divine creation, and the instrumental, simulated nature of AI, affirming that AI should augment rather than replace human dignity and freedom. Theological roots shaping AI ethics. The Vatican's engagement with AI is grounded in the Catholic tradition of human dignity and the common good. Antiqua et Nova warns against treating AI as genuine intelligence in the human sense, stressing that moral responsibility always rests with human beings. This is not a rejection of technology, but a theological framework that safeguards humanity's primacy, ensuring technology serves the fullness of human life rather than undermining it. A three-tier governance model. Principles Operations Law. The Vatican's approach can be read as a three-layer strategy. 1. Normative principles. Rome Call for AI Ethics provides moral coordinates, transparency, non-discrimination, human oversight, care for the vulnerable. 2. Operational tools. The ITEC Handbook offers a bridge from ideals to implementation, checklists, governance models, and audit mechanisms. 3. Regulatory instruments. The Vatican City-State Guidelines codify principles into enforceable rules for public administration, creating a small-scale model jurisdiction. This structure ensures that ethical ambition is paired with practical feasibility, moving ethics from sermon to system. Core ethical red lines. Across these documents, several recurring principles emerge. Human-centered design. AI must promote human dignity and flourishing. Transparency, explainability. Decision processes must be understandable and traceable. Human oversight. Humans retain final decision-making authority and responsibility. Non-discrimination accessibility. AI must not exclude or harm specific groups. The Vatican's own law makes discriminatory use explicitly forbidden. Care for creation. Ethical AI must also address environmental sustainability. Strengths. Why the Vatican's voice matters. 1. Moral authority with global reach. Vatican statements resonate beyond Catholic circles, influencing international forums such as the G7 and engaging major tech companies. 2. Cross-sector integration. Initiatives like the Rome call bridge religion, technology, and policy, with co-signatories from both Silicon Valley and intergovernmental organizations. 3. From ethics to enforceable norms. The Vatican City State's AI guidelines show that principles can be embedded into administrative law, offering a testbed for other small states or large institutions. Challenges, limitations. 1. Limited jurisdiction. The Vatican's legal power extends only to its micro-territory, making its regulations more symbolic than globally binding. 2. Translation across cultures. Religious language must often be reframed in secular or pluralistic terms to ensure wider adoption. 3. Need for measurable standards. Abstract values like dignity and the common good require operational metrics to be enforced effectively. 4. Pace of technological change. Ethics frameworks must adapt quickly to keep up with AI's rapid evolution or risk obsolescence. Relation to international frameworks. EU AI Act. Risk-based regulation with binding force. Overlaps with Vatican ethics and values, but enforces compliance through law. UNESCO Recommendation on AI Ethics 2021. A soft law, global framework centered on human rights and inclusivity, complementary to the Vatican's moral discourse. Together, these actors form an ecosystem where the Vatican provides value-driven moral guidance. The EU offers legal enforcement, and UNESCO supplies global consensus language. Practical takeaways for stakeholders. Governments. Integrate human dignity into legislative purpose statements, while adopting risk-based oversight like the EU AI Act. Tech companies. Use operational roadmaps like ITEC to embed explainability, human oversight, and sustainability into product governance. Church, education, and healthcare institutions conduct ethical impact assessments before deploying AI, especially where human relationships are central. Civil society and academia maintain cross-disciplinary monitoring of AI's social, informational, and labor impacts. Closing reflection, an ancient yet new call. The Vatican's participation in AI ethics represents a blend of timeless principles and timely adaptation. Humanity is the end, not the means. Responsibility over blind automation. Explanation over opacity. In naming its 2025 theological note, Antiqua et Nova, the old and the new, the Church signals that while the questions AI raises may be technologically novel, they are rooted in ancient human concerns: freedom, dignity, justice. The challenge ahead is to match moral clarity with structural action, ensuring that our machines never outrun our humanity.